Okay, so let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked whether you were using your indicators correctly at a roundabout? Not just doing what feels right or copying what the car in front of you did, but actually following the updated rules that are now being enforced in 2026. Because if you haven't looked into this recently, there is a real chance you have been making a signaling mistake every single time you enter a roundabout, and that mistake can now land you a fine, penalty points, or even a failed driving test. I am going to walk you through exactly what changed, what the most common mistake is, and how to make sure you are never caught out again. And trust me, by the end of this video, you are going to be shocked at how many drivers around you are getting this wrong every single day. Let us start with a bit of context, because understanding why these rules were updated helps you remember them a lot better. Roundabouts were originally designed to keep traffic flowing without the need for traffic lights. The logic was simple. Vehicles already on the roundabout have priority, and everyone joining the roundabout gives way. For decades, signaling at roundabouts was treated as a kind of optional extra by most drivers. You might indicate left when you were leaving, but beyond that, a lot of people just winged it. And because everybody else was winging it too, nobody really noticed. That changed in 2025 when transport authorities and road safety organizations released updated guidance clarifying that signaling at roundabouts is not optional. It is a legal requirement, and failure to signal correctly is being treated the same as any other failure to signal on the road. From early 2026, enforcement has been stepped up, with both police officers and camera systems increasingly flagging incorrect roundabout signaling as a finable offense. So, what exactly is the mistake that is catching people out? It comes down to how you signal when you are going straight on at a roundabout. This is the exit that is directly ahead of you, the one that feels natural, the one that most people assume requires no signaling at all. And that is precisely where the mistake happens. A huge number of drivers believe that going straight on at a roundabout means you do not need to indicate at all on the way in. They just enter the roundabout without any signal, pass the first exit, and then indicate left as they leave. And while the left signal on exit is correct, the absence of any signal on entry is now the issue that is getting people penalized. Here is the rule as it stands in 2026. When approaching a roundabout, you must signal your intention clearly based on which exit you are taking. If you are turning left, which means taking the first exit, you signal left as you approach and maintain that left signal until you have exited. If you are going straight on, which means taking what is roughly the second exit, you do not signal on the approach. You approach without indicating. However, as you pass the exit before the one you want, you signal left to show that you are about to leave the roundabout. If you are turning right, which means taking an exit that is around the 3/4 mark or beyond, you signal right on the approach, maintain that right signal while navigating around the roundabout, and then switch to a left signal as you pass the exit before yours, showing other drivers that you are about to come off. Now you might be thinking, I already knew that. But here is where it gets more specific in 2026. The updated enforcement guidance places much greater emphasis on when you cancel your right signal and apply your left signal when turning right. This is the moment that most drivers get wrong. Many people either switch too early, which is confusing to other drivers who think you are leaving at the wrong exit, or they switch too late, giving almost no warning that they are about to exit. The updated guidance says the signal change should happen clearly and in good time as you pass the exit immediately before the one you intend to take. Not when you are already in the exit lane, not when you are halfway out, but as you are passing that penultimate exit, so that any driver waiting to join the roundabout can see your left signal and understand you are about to leave. This matters enormously for drivers waiting at the giveaway line. If someone is indicating right and has not yet switched to a left signal, a waiting driver cannot safely assume they are exiting. They have to wait. But if the signal change happens clearly and in good time, that waiting driver can pull forward safely. This is not just about avoiding fines. It is about preventing the kind of hesitation and misjudgment that leads to collisions at busy roundabouts. Let us also talk about lane discipline, because signaling and lane position go together, and the 2026 update treats them as a package. If you are taking the first exit, you approach in the left lane, you signal left, and you stay in the left lane throughout. If you are going straight on, you can use either lane depending on what the road markings say, but you approach without an entry signal and you exit with a left signal. If you are turning right, you approach in the right lane, signal right, stay in the right lane as you go around the roundabout, and switch to left as you pass the exit before yours. The mistake that compounds signaling errors is when drivers are in the wrong lane for the signal they are giving. A driver in the left lane signaling right is sending contradictory information. A driver in the right lane with no signal at all is unpredictable. In 2026, lane and signal mismatches are being assessed together when it comes to penalties and test failures. Another area that has been clarified is what happens at large multi-lane roundabouts where there are more than 3 exits. The principle remains the same, but the key rule is to count your exits. When you are on the roundabout, you need to know which exit you are taking, and you need to start your left signal as you pass the exit immediately before yours, regardless of how many exits there are. A lot of drivers on complex roundabouts simply watch the traffic around them and follow instinct. That works until it does not, and when it does not, it is usually a near miss or worse. For new drivers and those approaching their test in 2026, examiners are now specifically watching for 3 things at roundabouts. First, did you give the correct approach signal? Second, did you switch to a left exit signal at the right moment? Third, did your lane position match your signaling throughout? A failure on any one of these is marked as a driving fault. And if the examiner decides the error was serious enough to affect another road user, it can be marked as a serious fault, which means an automatic test failure. There is also a point worth making about mini roundabouts because people often treat them differently to full-size roundabouts, and that is another area being flagged in 2026. The same signaling rules apply to mini roundabouts. If you are turning right at a mini roundabout, you still signal right on approach. The fact that the roundabout is small does not remove the obligation to signal. Many drivers skip signaling entirely at mini roundabouts because the maneuver happens so quickly. But from a rules perspective, a mini roundabout is still a roundabout, and the signaling requirements are identical. Let us also address a question a lot of people have, which is what happens if the exit you want does not fit neatly into left, straight, or right. Some roundabouts are oddly shaped and exits are not evenly spaced. The rule of thumb is this: if your exit requires you to pass more than one other exit to reach it, treat it as a right turn and signal accordingly. If you are only passing one exit or going directly to the first available exit, signal left. When in doubt, prioritize giving clear and early information to other road users. A signal that turns out to be slightly early is far better than no signal at all. Now, what about the question of enforcement? How are these rules actually being enforced in 2026? In some areas, cameras have been positioned at busy roundabouts and are being used to monitor signaling behavior in the same way speed cameras monitor speed. Police officers conducting routine observations can also issue fixed penalty notices for failure to signal at a roundabout. This has always been technically possible under the law, but until recently, it was rarely enforced. The shift in 2026 is that road safety campaigns and updated enforcement guidance have made it a priority, which means the chances of being caught have increased significantly. If you receive a fixed penalty for incorrect signaling at a roundabout, the consequence is a fine and penalty points on your license. For new drivers who are still within the first 2 years of passing their test, accumulating 6 or more penalty points results in the license being revoked and the driver having to retake both the theory and practical tests. This is not a minor inconvenience. It is a serious disruption to someone's life and livelihood, and all of it is avoidable by simply knowing and applying the correct signaling procedure. So let us recap the key points clearly. Left turn at a roundabout, signal left on approach, maintain the signal, exit at the first opportunity. Straight on, no signal on approach, signal left after passing the first exit as you head toward yours. Right turn, signal right on approach, stay right, switch to left signal as you pass the exit before yours. Match your lane position to your signal at all times. Apply these rules to both full-size and mini roundabouts. At multi-exit roundabouts, count your exits and signal left as you pass the one before yours. And remember that the timing of your signal change matters. It needs to be clear, early, and visible to waiting drivers. The roads are safer when every driver gives clear, accurate information to those around them. Signaling is not a bureaucratic formality. It is how you communicate. And at a roundabout, where traffic is coming from multiple directions and decisions happen quickly, clear communication is what prevents accidents. The 2026 update is not about catching people out. It is about raising the standard of driving across the board. And the good news is that once you understand the rules properly, following them is not difficult at all. A little awareness and a bit of practice is all it takes. If you found this video useful, please consider sharing it with someone you know who drives. You might be surprised how many experienced drivers are completely unaware of these updated rules. And if you want to stay ahead of every road rule change, every driving test update, and every piece of guidance that affects you as a driver, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button right now, turn on notifications so you never miss a new video, and let us help you become a safer, smarter, and more confident driver every single time you get behind the wheel. Subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next one.